First point is the P.T.A. You mentioned that you're going to promise to abolish it by end of this year. What would you repeal? So is it going to be any different from the new laws that you put in place? Second point, 13th Amendment. You haven't uttered a word about 13th Amendment or delivering 13th Amendment. If you want to reconcile between the North and the East, you have to deliver 13th Amendment. If you continue to deny the 13th Amendment, then the divide will still remain. Third point, Easter bombings. You're carrying out an investigation for Easter bombings. When will you provide a hard deadline and deliver justice for the Easter bombings? Would you arrest the biggest criminal in Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Mahinda Rajapaksa? It's an open secret. They're corrupt and they're still roaming free. When are they going to be behind bars? If you can arrest Kanuna, which is under P.T.A. as a former journalist, why can you not arrest the biggest criminals in the country? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, you say you have a right to be heard as a Tamil. I say you have a right to be heard as a good human being and a Sri Lankan citizen first. I say second. So thank you for that question. Firstly, the P.T.A. will be abolished. The draft, when it's done, I will put it in Sinhala, Tamil and English for public consumption and consultations so they could see what we have done. This time around, we got help from UN experts.
We don't write in the Tamil book, why?
Please sit. I'll answer. Right? This is not a political rally. You have come here because we are you and you are us. Okay? So about the P.T.A., even the UN expert team told us how to draft the definition of the new law in such a way freedom of expressions will not be harmed. So the UN Resident Coordinator Office and we are working together. So when it comes out, you will see what we are replacing it with. That is your first question.
So would that be done by end of December?
It should have been done in September. My committee got delayed. It came in 1970. The believing?
No.
Believe you can't believe us, is it?
No, I'm saying you pledged, but still.
No, look here, my friend. Yes. How many governments pledged from 1979 they'll do it? They will do it.
They don't matter, you're a different government.
Definitely. But we are not magicians. We work with pen and paper. So, this was to be done in September. But 28th, I was told is going to be the last day for consultations. And I am not pushing my will on experts. I am not. But when it comes out, I do understand why you don't trust governments. But remember, this is Arul Sanaga's government, right? It can be trusted. Secondly, and also, you asked about the East attacks. Yeah, one of the questions. It is being investigated. I know all of us like to see culprits behind bars. Sometimes I, as the Minister of Justice, get accused on Facebook saying that I'm not doing enough to put people inside bars, behind bars. The truth is I don't put them in prison. It's the judge who does that. It's the Attorney General who prepares the charges. It's the police who does the investigation. Yes, we have a great suspicion about people, this guy did it. But in criminal law, even in England, it has been proved beyond reasonable doubt. So evidence gathering has to be done carefully. If you don't, they will get acquitted.
Activists on the P.T.A. you can't arrest other individuals.
Sorry?
You're arresting Tamil activists on the P.T.A. without any evidence.
Now you are taking this into a debate, which I'm quite happy to engage with, right? But I'm answering your questions. But now you are taking to a debate. If you want a debate, I can give one, but not now. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do, stop looking at our government like you looked at the previous ones, because we are not the previous ones. If we are the previous ones, we won't be sitting here explaining ourselves, because there's no election for the next 4 years. But we are still here because we are responsible to people. In Europe, you can always put a tap on your minister's shoulder, nobody will say anything. In Sri Lanka, it's new. They see their Minister of Justice in the supermarket buying things. For you, it's not big, for them, it's big. There's a Prime Minister whom they can approach and hold hands. It's new, not new here. So we have brought this new culture in. I don't want to take it too far. About the 13th Amendment, we are going to hold the Provincial Council elections. I think Nalin did say that. Let's put it this way. There have been historical mistakes, comrade, that we have made. Historical mistakes on both sides. Right? The politicians of the south, politicians of the north got us to fight over stuff that we shouldn't have fought. That is true. I would suggest all the people, now I understand in 1983 during July riots, and also can go there also, whatever history, no problem. But after the 83 riots, what happened there was community was shattered. And some of them who have come here during that time still live with that bitterness, and I will not find fault with them for that. I won't. But I invite each and every Tamil person, come to Sri Lanka at least on holiday now. Go to the north and ask them. Go to the villages and ask them. They would say, this government, they're not perfect, but they're doing a bloody good job compared to the previous ones. And we are. Thank you.
I'm just asking, this incident happened in my family as well too. I'm asking the questions. They have any access to make sure they can, independently, because they went through the police and everything, because they paid the money and everything, they settled. Because I don't like this kind of things. It's abusing, that's not accepting. Doesn't matter who works.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to help much as he can. I spoke to one of the police as well too. But there's no any excess. I can't see anything to involve on, make sure I need to find out the person who overdone it, that's wrong. I don't know how many families struggling like this,
Can I think there's no way in our law that you can...
Actually, the people from abroad, everywhere, it doesn't matter, it's in Sri Lanka or anywhere in the world, they're going there, they're doing all sorts of things.
No.
They think they're going to access.
No. That's like this. Let me explain. In child rights field, I have worked quite a bit. I've done a couple of researches.
Not child and
Other ones, yeah.
Yes.
So when you talk about pedophiles, believe me, out of the reported cases, according to my research I did in 2012 and 13, 99% of them are known parties, family members, not foreign pedophiles, less than 1%. The reason for that is, little children are not normally left with strange, unknown people. Always left with a trusted teacher, a trusted uncle, or a next door neighbor. That is where the issue starts. And some religious establishments also, children have been molested. So, therefore, our laws are there. But I do accept the fact we have to make them more effective, and it's happening now. Why? We don't interfere with police. You can talk to your friends in Colombo. I think Ajit is here, who can ask from any SSP friend or ASP friend he has, does a single MP or a minister call and tell them what they should do? Never. Now see, I see so confidently I speak out here, because I know I will not be contradicted. So when you give the chance to the police, they will do it right. Yes, of course. Now, Attorney General's Department, the main prosecutor, having over 15,000 or 20,000 cases, and the number of persons who are doing criminal prosecutions are only 93. 93.
All the cases are locked in,
Yes, I understand. So therefore steps will be taken, as my friend pointed out, within a year. What we have done is we are turning around. So give us a little more time, about a year or two, everything will be done.
Thank you so much.